Okay, I'm going to try to make a graph or an analysis of the levelized cost or the production cost in Petrozuata case. I think this is a extremely important issue in assessing political risk, and it's remarkable that this fundamental issue wasn't really addressed. If the production cost is really low, what planet are people living on when they think there's going to be no political risk? Do they really believe you can take that much economic rent out of a project? Now, I don't want to go into whether Hugo Chavez is some crazy maniac or anything else, or was. He's dead now, of course. But if we're doing an objective financial analysis, one of the first steps should be to see how much things really cost. Now, why don't we start with the investment? Now, that's going to be the negative of the equity investment plus the amount of new debt issued, which is this, minus the prior one. So this is the amount of equity investment we have, or total invested capital we really have is 1,601.65 billion. All right, and now we've got to spread this capital over a period. So why don't we put and I'm going to put a carrying charge rate. Now let's just start with something very simple. Let's just start with a 10% carrying charge rate. So what this means is if we bring things, if we spread this carrying charge rate out, we need to take this total investment and compute a payment on this total investment. So what we could do is, if we look at this, oops, that's the wrong one. There are 36 years. So there's a remaining 36 years. So if we put payment, okay, and then we go up to the carrying charge rate and say, okay, we're going to make this for 36 years, and we're going to put -1. That's it actually leads to the same. It's not exactly the same, by the way. Now we'll add taxes to this and make it all kind of, whoops, Shift Control 5, and that's okay. It's got to be a little bit higher. So then we can put our carrying charges. So how about we'll put, okay, and how about we'll sum the whole column. Now, of course, I know. We'd have to multiply that by we'd have to put some present value in. But this just is doing kind of a fundamental analysis of it. So that's those are our carrying charges. Now, after we put the carrying charges in, then we'll put the production cost. Now, these production costs actually include we have cash, we have revenue minus cash available for debt service. This actually includes all of the taxes, so we could kind of stop here. Okay. I'll Shift Control 1, and then so this is, so here we can put our total cost. Okay, and Okay. Now, okay. And then we can, now I took the total revenues and divided it by the oil price to get this production. So I guess I didn't count the first one. Okay, so this is our production. Okay, and how much of this was, it almost doesn't matter because these are in terms of the oil price. Okay, and it actually went up a little bit, and we can now put production cost. Okay, and that's going to be just the total cost divided by this. So we have 1350 goes down to 9. It's so the production cost. This is, remember, this is inflated dollars. Now we can put levelized production. Okay, and what you can do here is NPV at the discount rate of all of the total costs, and you divide that by the NPV at the same rate, and you divide that by the production. This is all explained, and so that's but that's levelized cost. Now what we can do is now we can convert this into real current. So what you can do is let's put an inflation rate. Now we have to go backwards a little. This I'm going to put 3%. 3% was consistent. Maybe it was 3.5%, which is good. Let's put 3.5. That was more consistent with at that time the oil price, the risk-free rate rather. 1 plus the inflation, right? Okay. Now, okay. I guess that doesn't work, huh? Okay. Control D to copy it down. So now, what we want to do now is take the NPV of these numbers, actually let's put equal PPMT, PMT, just a minute. Excuse me for the interruption. This was just NPV. I'm going to put a flat carrying charge. And then we take the NPV of all of these. Okay. And then we put NPV. And we do the same thing up here. And put a comma. And take the NPV of all of them as if they're levelized. Now this gave us too high a number, so we could put 10 here and just make this 10. Now to find the right real production cost, we can just take this minus this and simply make a goal seek. And whenever you make a goal seek, you know, why don't you make a little macro? Okay, and we'll do a little bit of what if analysis, goal seek, make that difference equal to 0 by changing our little number we put. Okay. Almost thinking about doing this in a function so you don't have to redo the goal seek. But now you can, of course, insert your favorite shape. Not a smiley place, please. Let's put a dagger. That's more cool. And then you just right click right click, okay, I'm doing it, and assign the macro, and we put okay. Alright, so our production cost is a whopping 8.2. Now, suppose we should have really done this. We should have said, okay, well, this thing is going to be this times 1 plus the carrying charge rate raised to the second power. This is going to be this times 1 plus the carrying charge rate. Okay, and this is just going to be this one, and then when we multiply this, let's make it, instead of K, let's make it L. Alright, that's going to increase the cost a little bit because we have a little bit of carrying charge. So then we, oops, of course, this is U. Now whenever you do the goal seek, of course, you should use range names for both of this, so let's make this the difference. And let's make this the cost. Okay. Now, then when we do this. Okay. Come on. Why didn't it find my... What? This is going really slowly. Come on. Get there. Okay. What I'm going to have to do is obviously pause this just to... Now I'm really stuck. This is horrible. I'm stuck. Okay. God, it's slow. Okay. And then we do this by changing the cost to make sure it works. You can just press the F5 key, or you can press this one. So now, we have 8.41. Now, if we change let's say the carrying charge was 5%, then it was 6.67. Let's say it's even 12%, which would be very high. Then it's 9.24. So I think that's pretty good, a good range. Even if it's 15%, it's still below 11 US dollars a barrel. Just don't think that's a very high production cost. So I'm not going to make it. We can't make a data table now. I'm just going to stop this video.